Well, hello and welcome again to Motor Week 90. We're glad to have you with us. At Motor Week, we think it's good to consider all the vehicles that are available to you, not just the ones you see every day. That's why a lot of cars from Peugeot, despite their relative obscurity on street corners, have made their way to the Motor Week test track. Unfortunately for Peugeot, fewer and fewer buyers are choosing the capable French cars. In an effort to make their cars more affordable and desirable, Peugeot introduced the lean 405 sedan and the higher performance 405 Mi16, the car we last year voted Best Import Sedan in our Driver's Choice Awards. Now there's another variation on the theme, the Peugeot 405 Wagon. This latest 405, the Sportswagon, may be a new model, but the wagon concept is old hat to a company with a history like Peugeot's. Peugeot, after all, marketed the world's first station wagon, the Type 10, in 1894. The modern 405 Sportswagon is a far cry from its box-like ancestor, smoothly blending the 405 sedan's sporty Pininfarina shape with the practical necessities of the modern family workhorse. These practical necessities include a reasonable price. The top-line S-grade wagon offers a full load of standard features for a base price of $18,495. Only two options, an automatic transmission and metallic paint, are offered. Our test car had the metallic paint, bringing the price to $18,870. But while features like a power sunroof and central locking are very nice, what a wagon needs is cargo room. The 405 Sportswagon delivers. A luggage cover hides 38.3 cubic feet of space. If that's not enough, you can fold the split rear seat back for more than 66 cubic feet. A wagon needs hauling power, too. The 405's 1.9-liter four-cylinder engine produces 110 horsepower to move 2,700 pounds of car, a far cry from the 6-horsepower two-cylinder that powered Peugeot's earliest wagons. This modern engine uses an aluminum block and single overhead cam to make the 120 pound-feet of torque needed to haul heavy loads. It pulled our handy little wagon from 0 to 60 in 10.2 seconds. The quarter mile took 17.5 seconds at a final speed of 80 miles per hour. Front drive torque steer is noticeably absent, and the engine revs willingly through the gears. The very French 5-speed manual transmission will take some getting used to by those drivers weaned on slick Japanese units. It works smoothly, but the long throws and vague feel will seem odd. But there's nothing odd about the car's sharp, precise handling. Body roll is modest. The front McPherson struts and rear trailing arms give the car a very balanced feel and a tenacious grip through corners. The sticky Michelin MXL tires help. That's another area where Peugeot has a lot of experience, having introduced the first pneumatic tire, a Michelin, to the world in 1895. The quick responsive steering with its generous feedback deserves credit too. Only a slight kickback over harsh bumps mars its otherwise excellent feel. Emergency maneuvers are trouble-free. The front end plows on turn-in, but then quickly regains its composure. This car is not named the Sportswagon for nothing. The handling is sporty, but the highway ride is luxury car smooth. EPA fuel mileage ratings with the manual transmission are 20 city, 26 highway. Our mixed test loop returned a healthy 26 miles per gallon. Peugeot introduced four-wheel brakes shortly after World War I. Today, Peugeot uses four-wheel discs to stop the Sportswagon. They bring it down from 60 with a distance averaging to 142 feet. A responsive pedal and minimal fade keep the car straight and steady, but the front wheels have an annoying tendency to lock without warning during hard stops. Some buyers may be willing to forgive this after a ride in the S-grade Sportswagon's superbly equipped interior. Everything is standard, from heated leather seats to cruise control. The carefully laid-out dash is a model of efficiency, more what one might expect from the methodical Germans than the passionate French. The expected idiosyncrasies pop up when you get in, however. The standard tilt wheel is quite handy, but the bulky steering column leaves little knee room. The leather-covered buckets offer good back and lateral support, but the short bottom cushion leaves the thighs unsupported. Both lumbar and lateral support are adjustable, but the controls in our test car had so little travel as to be virtually useless. Once settled, the driver is confronted with a set of large analog gauges. The layout is more comprehensive than in some cars, but we would prefer an oil pressure gauge or voltmeter over the odd oil level gauge. Interior temperature is controlled by a clear, easy-to-use automatic climate system. While traveling music is supplied by an efficiently designed Clarion AM/FM cassette stereo. Peugeot designers were considerate enough to angle it, making it easy to use while driving. And Peugeot engineers realized that some people have to carry adults in the rear seat, so they gave the compact Sportswagon a large sedan-like passenger compartment. Even our tall testers had plenty of head and legroom. The 405 Sportswagon is an impressive car, but it must compete in a market segment dominated by a pair of equally talented and better-known competitors. The Subaru line of wagons is led by the impressive new Legacy. The top LS-grade wagon costs less than the Peugeot, but lacks the French car's long list of standard features. It handles competently, though it can't match the Peugeot's razor-sharp cornering. But it does offer more luggage space, as well as optional four-wheel drive and anti-lock brakes. Ford's best-selling Taurus wagon is another hard one to beat. In LX trim, it carries a lower base price than our little Peugeot, but also lacks the Sportswagon's wealth of standard features. The Taurus offers a powerful six-cylinder engine and packs more cargo space inside its trend-setting shape, but it still can't keep up with the nimble little Peugeot when the roads get twisty. Our list of hits starts with the 405 Sportswagon's superb handling. It's followed by the long list of standard features. We're also impressed with the roomy, efficient interior, generous luggage space, and sharp styling. Finally, there's the price. It's quite reasonable for a fully loaded European car. We have a few misses as well. We don't care for the sudden front brake lockup or the vague shifter. We'd also like more knee room for the driver and more efficient adjustments for lumbar and side support. Despite these shortcomings, the Peugeot 405 Sportswagon remains, like all Peugeots, an enjoyable, efficient, and consistently underrated car. It's been 100 years since Peugeot built its first car. 100 years that have seen a small bicycle company grow into one of the world's automotive giants. 100 years of proof that, in the automotive field at least, there is no substitute for experience.